This is the Oil Barons Report. I'm Doug Roxburgh, and join me, as always, is Craig Momney. This time we come to you with normal hair. Last time we saw you was in December for the mid-season report of the Oil Barons, and at that point in time, they were doing very well. They were first place in the North Division, and they've stumbled a little bit, but they're still right near the top of the standings.
Well, they're only 4 points away from Spruce Grove right now, the only team that's above them. But they have, what, 3 games in hand? 3 games in hand, anything can happen. The upcoming schedule is very easy, except for the one game against Spruce Grove, which could determine the first or second place for them.
That's right. Most of the games upcoming for the remaining 10 games in the schedule are against teams that are below 500 or just slightly above. That game against Spruce Grove will determine first place.
It'll definitely be very important.
Yeah, and speaking of Spruce Grove, now they're ranked ahead of Fort McMurray in the AJHL rankings. Now they're second overall in the entire country, Fort McMurray third. But Fort McMurray has a 3-0-2 record against them.
I don't understand how they get their ranking system. How do you go 3-0-2 and then you're under them? I guess that's at the standings right now, right?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, it's not us that rank them, but my personal opinion is if you beat a team, you should be ahead of them.
If we did rank them, they'd be number 1 right now.
You're right.
Exactly.
Now, big part of the Oil Barons' success has been their success at the Casman Center. 23 games to open the season unbeaten.
How does that happen? This is the whole seventh man thing. Seattle Seahawk syndrome.
Seventh man?
12th
man?
12th man? 7th man?
Seventh man in hockey, right?
Right.
Exactly. Oh, I like it. All right, I like it. We'll catch up with how they did up against Brooks, see if they kept that unbeaten streak alive.
But the Bandits have the puck. Wide open, Chevrier! And Pasternak is able to scoop up. Good pressure here. Pasternak skating high slot. Turns and fed side of the net. Shifts and scores! Oh, what?
It's kept in by Adlowski. Threw it down to Jerky on the left side. Dumps it behind the net to Sonia. He gets rocked. Gets a return feed up top. Walks in. There's a shot. Rebound. It's loose. Still loose in front. Digging away. Sonia with another try. Looks back to Luton. One-time blast. It goes high and wide of the net. Jerky now looking in front. There's a shot. They score!
As Larson carries it down the middle, drop back, Petrozelli shoots one over the net. Came back right circle, Plevy jams one in on goal, he scored! Stick. Tobin got back to it, left circle, but his shot went off a piece of lumber and wide. Now back to Nod, who turned it over, left circle, Wilcox to the right, he scored!
So obviously that homestand ended at 23 games. That's too bad, but they actually got right back on track against the Calgary Mustangs. Check it out.
Houcher here in the Mustang zone. Leaves it there for Bloom. Returns it to Houcher. Down bed side of the net. Houcher cuts his way in front. Back there. He scores! That's Ryan Bloom who got to that one. At the right side of the net. Cut his way in front to the top of the crease. Untouched by the Mustangs. Up to center ice, Collette strips him of the puck and gets it back to Forrest, whose speed cross ice picked up by Aon, skating into the slot, but it's poke checked away from him by Brandon Holt. Now right to the Jerky, shoots and scores, and the Barons take a 2-0 lead. Off the draw in the Mustangs zone, it's Miller behind the opposing net, leading it bottom right circle to Houcher, centering pass, Bloom, just misses, got it to Houcher, he shoots, oh, what a save by Jeff Forsher, he robbed Houcher back door. Former Canuck in Curtis Lewington, putting one middle to McNeil, and now up the right wing, Byrne is over the line, weaves his way to the right circle and shoots, oh, what a right pad save by Orser. Now right point, Yadlowski tries to swing one in front of an off the stick, Houcher put it behind the net, Miller flicks one in front, scores, and you know the Mustangs save. And the centering pass by Kevin Miller will go down as his 20th goal and his 50th point on his breakout season. Makes Byrne now. Put it left. left point to Dunphy. Dunphy put it left corner to Miller in front of Burr. One time where he scores! Came around back in the McMurray cage. Lewington couldn't get to it before McDougal. Fed it left corner, left center. Fentanyl scores! Oh, what a perfect pass in front by Collin. And there's Josh Fentanyl at the right back, but there's only 7 seconds to go. Put it to center ice. Webb chops it free. They'll battle in front of the scorer's booth as time runs out with Sahlberg carrying in left wing. Barons take it by a 4-1 final. 39 wins on the season for the Mob, and they keep pace with the Spruce Groves.
It's absolutely unfortunate that the Oil Barons lost at the Casman Center against Brooks, ended that 23-game unbeaten streak to start the season, but that is an AJHL record. But they have a new record starting, and it starts at 1, thanks to that win against Calgary. So they are now 1 game unbeaten at home. I like it, right?
I do like it.
You know, it comes down to the players, though, and these players have been absolutely great. Brennan Saunier named Player of the Week, the first Oil Barons to be named Player of the Week since Week 1, and that was Tanner Gillette in Week 1. So not a bad start for those players.
He had a few points this past weekend as well.
3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points. I'd say that's a pretty solid week. Now, the players are also doing a great job up front. Jetlin Houcher, second in points on the Barons. He's currently sitting in 6th in the overall league lead. Now, their number 1 player, Ryan Bloom, he was top of the standings last time we talked with you, but he's faltered a little bit, but he's still on track, and he's still the number 1 point scorer on the Oil Barons
He's still
squad.
played a lot less games than the top scorers right now. He's still got a couple of games in hand, so he can get right back on track on that scoring lead.
Now, not to be outdone, these goaltenders, what, 1 and 2?
The guys behind the mask are doing amazing right now. Top of the league, 1 and 2. Jesse Gordichuk's 12 and 2 right now. Starting goaltender Tanner Gillette, 27 and 5, both averaging less than 2 goals a game.
And scoring comes at a premium in the AJHL, so having these goaltenders be the perks of the team, essentially, for the 10-game stretch is essentially what it is, a perk.
Those guys up front have a lot of confidence in their backup guys.
Exactly. Now, they're going to be against Sherwood Park this weekend at the Casman Center, so make sure you come check that out. We'll have more reports coming your way, including the playoff push and playoff highlights, hopefully on the horizon. For Craig Momney, Doug Roxburgh, we'll see you next time. Oh, also, before I forget, the Oil Barons have a dream home giveaway, a $1.3 million house. Yeah, that's expensive, eh? It's nice. It's nice. Well, guess what? Jordan Hertner, she saw the house, and she loved it. I think you should see it, too.